welcome back to another film review. Today's film is Sausage Party, which is the very adult animation that's come from, co-written by Seth Rogen. Basically follows the story of a sausage and a bun in a supermarket and their quest for the great beyond, which they feel is like a kind of justification for them existing, and this wonderful place that they go to once they've been bought by customers. They're basically in a supermarket, and they assume that when they've been bought, they go to this great place where they can be together and enjoy life, etc., etc. Obviously, that isn't the case, and they slowly find that out throughout the film. This film, because of Seth Rogen, has got a huge voice cast. Obviously, he's very popular. He's got a lot of friends. And a lot of them do feature in this film. Obviously, James Franco is in about 80% of Seth Rogen's films anyway, so he's in it. Kristen Wiig, Jonah Hill, Michael Cera, Selma Hayek, Ed Norton, Paul Rudd, Danny McBride, Bill Hader. So it's a lot of that sort of like Pineapple Express sort of cast, and Superbad sort of cast. It's that kind of, he brings together all those sort of people. And that's just to mention a few. There's a lot more with kind of smaller voice roles as well. So it's a very well populated film in that respect. But obviously, like I say, it's a very adult comedy. It's probably the first adult animation of its kind, because the animation is very good, and it's very much like you're watching, I don't know, like a Pixar film, like a Disney film, until you actually start watching it, and then you're really not. you're definitely not watching a Disney film. So yeah, basically, like I say, the film, it centres on Rogen's character, which is a sausage named Frank Furler. It's a good name. And basically, he is trying to they're trying to get picked by human customers. The humans they refer to as gods, because obviously they feel like the gods are taking them to the great beyond, etc. And they're on the shelf, and basically he kind of he's in love with a bun that Kristen Wiig voices, and basically they want to be picked together, and so they can get to the great beyond and enjoy life, etc. Unfortunately, due to a kind of a mishap as such in the supermarket, they don't get chosen, and they get trapped within the supermarket, which is unfortunate in one respect, but very fortunate in another, because like I say, it's not a good ending when they leave the supermarket, which a few of the other food items kind of find out. Seth Rogen was in a pack of sausages with Jonah Hill, who voices a sausage called Carl, and a sausage called Barry that Michael Cera voices. And basically they do actually get chosen, and they go back to the great beyond. And it's a case of they actually see the dark side and see that food gets eaten once it leaves the supermarket. It gets killed, it gets peeled, even if they're potatoes. So they see the darker side of it. Barry manages to escape. Unfortunately, Carl, Jonah Hill's sausage, which that just sounds weird saying Jonah Hill's sausage, but Carl gets killed. Barry escapes, and he makes his way back to the supermarket gradually to try and warn everyone that this is what happens and you don't want to get selected, etc. It's difficult. I don't want to ruin the plot too much, because it's the plot makes sense, and the problem with this film, and I'll be honest, is if you watch the trailer for it, and a lot of people have watched the trailer and got really excited for it, is I think the best bits might have actually been in the trailer, which is a problem with some films. They hype the trailer and everyone gets excited because of these trailers, and then it ends up that the trailer itself is the best bit of the film. And I feel like that is probably the case with this. I think a lot of the better bits were kind of crammed into the trailer. Obviously not the most sweary bits, because they did do a red band trailer for the sweary bits, but the normal trailer they couldn't swear because they need to show it on TV. And I was going into this like really excited for it, because the way that they described the whole idea of it was kind of an animated version of kind of like a Borat film, the Sacha Baron Cohen sort of ideal. I was quite excited by the idea of that, and went into it with an open mind. And first 10 minutes were pretty funny, and I think as the film went on, it became very plot based, and they tried to just throw jokes in where they could just to kind of lighten it a little bit. But yeah, it just, after about 10 minutes I kind of got bored of the film, and it wasn't terrible, it was a decent film still, it wasn't anywhere near as good as I was expecting it to be. And yeah, it's very difficult, because like I say, I wanted it to be really good, and I wanted it was like kind of what they've tried to do is they've tried to go from kind of, they've gone with an animated film, they've tried to kind of add the Family Guy element to it, which is kind of, the best description could be, it's an animated version where, you know, more adult themes are added and more swearing's added. And on a large scale, maybe it doesn't work as much as it should. But yeah, I don't know, it just didn't appeal to me as such. The people in the cinema that I saw it in, they were like laughing their heads off at some things, and I think a lot of it is juvenile, like kind of toilet humour. And I think it appeals to people more under the age of, I don't know, 21 maybe, which is why it's been made 15, I suppose, because it appeals to that sort of market. But yeah, it just, I don't know, I just wasn't as impressed with it as I expected to be or thought it would be, which is a shame, because the premise of it is it's a good plot, and it was ruined for me by kind of, they just tried to cram too many jokes into the film. It was just, yeah, it just, I don't know, it's difficult to say. Like, a lot of people, I know it's got a lot of good reviews online, a lot of people enjoyed it, but yeah, it just wasn't for me. It definitely wasn't for me. And that isn't saying it's a bad film, it just, for me personally, I didn't enjoy it. Like I said, there are like decent elements, and it's not like the worst film ever, but just very not very many hits and a lot of misses in this film. Like I say, the casting, like the voice cast, is like incredible, because, you know, like, you've got like Academy Award winners in there, you know, like, it's incredible. But yeah, I just didn't really enjoy it that much. And that's not to say, like I say, it's not to say it's a bad film, it's just me personally didn't enjoy it. But yeah, overall I think I'd give the film maybe 2 stars. I know it's not going to be a popular opinion, but I just didn't enjoy it enough. And yeah, one of the main reasons I think that I didn't enjoy it as much is I didn't find it that funny. That's all it was, really. Like, the scene at the end of the film is basically, well, it's a lot of characters of the food variety going at it in increasingly weird and different ways, and yeah, I chuckled but didn't laugh. You know, it's just, I was very disappointed by it. But yeah, I won't waste any more time. Hopefully you have enjoyed. If you haven't enjoyed, you know, fair enough. Obviously everyone's opinions differ. But yeah, I think it could have been a lot better. But yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you next time. See ya.